What day of the week is it? It's Mondays. It's your platform. You get to talk, you get to share, you get to compare, you get to suggest. It's all yours. Go for it, right? Our House Mondays, where gig workers meet and share. I welcome you all. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I hope your week is off to a great start. Anybody out there work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday? I did get some pretty remarkable feedback on an experiment that we did with one driver over this was this past Saturday, just 48 hours ago. Full shift, full entire shift on a Saturday in the peak hours, sticking exclusively with 5X. Now, this was just an experiment. It doesn't mean that 5X is the way to go. The only thing that happened here is that the driver got Jimmy in the house, welcome. The driver did not change anything up, stuck strictly with 5X, didn't change anything. If you're a California driver, you might have a 1.5X strategy or 1.2X strategy. You may have a strategy where you mix it up between 1.2 and 1.5, 3 to 5 in the very, very peak hours. Everyone has their own way, right? And all I'm saying is enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can, because this will not be around in November. These type of figures, $816 in 17 trips, right, in one day. 17, there it is. Let me just get it in there. 17 trips. This is not a everyday type of example, right? That worked out to $48 per trip on average. And again, California drivers have their own strategies. Now, Uber does not like this. In fact, quite the opposite. They discourage this. Riders may not accept trips with a higher fare. They warn you. They say, hey, do you want to set it back to 1X? That's the safe way for Uber to play it without pissing off passengers. And they also say riders may not be willing to pay your fare multiplier. Well, on this day they were, right? And of course, there's a lot of waiting time in between, right? It doesn't mean you're going to get 5X after 5X after 5X. You got some very, very long waits in between. But the bottom line is it can be done. And I'd like to hear your strategy if you have one with the multiplier. Now, another thing is getting emails and text messages from drivers in other cities, other states, and they say like, well, why don't we have this here? Why don't we have the multiplier? This multiplier, ladies and gentlemen, this fare multiplier is for California only, right? And it was the counter legal argument to AB5. Uber Dara Khosrowshahi announced to the state of California, to Javier Becerra, hang on, we're complying. We have this multiplier. Our drivers are independent. They can set their own rates. Well, Dara, what happens to the drivers in New Mexico, Colorado, the Carolinas, Texas, San Francisco? Why can't they set their own rates? Why these double standards, Dara? Ron Jamin says, so Uber and Lyft drivers required to have signs on cars. Yeah, for New York and New Jersey at least, that's the Sammy's law. Setting own rates, that's interesting. Slick Nixon House. Yeah, it truly is interesting, because once you start experimenting and once you start figuring out how to use the fare multiplier, you're actually making more money, right? And it's usually what's really good to you are those peak shifts like Saturday and Friday night. Mr. G in Chicago, I'm sure Mr. G would love to have a fare multiplier in Chicago. So why these double standards? And I almost think that we need to do like a national strike around like why double standards and really expose them in the media on these double standards. Why do Californians get this and other states don't get this? Why is it that Californians are making double, 3 times the money than other regular drivers around the country right now during the pandemic? Why is that? It's simple. It's because Dara and Uber have double standards. They're only complying with AB5, right, to say, hey, we have a legal argument, right? Now, the yes on 22, the no on 22 movement, right now it looks like yes may have a 3-point lead, 39 to 36, right? And if yes goes through, why should they keep the multiplier around? The multiplier is only upsetting a lot of their passengers who are so used to get these ultra low fares, right? They're not willing to pay market-related prices. You're getting more of a market-related price through the fare multiplier. But Uber riders don't want to pay higher fares, right? California, we forcing them to because of AB5. But Dara has made it very well known this is only the answer to California's legal argument. And so why should they bring it out in Florida or Texas? Oh, wonderful to see Paula. Man, I haven't seen you for a long time. And Dan's in the house. Uber seems to use its drivers as guinea pigs. Indeed. It's sad that we sometimes have to refer to ourselves as guinea pigs, but in many cases we are like lab rats for their experiments. That's the part that pisses me off. That's the part that I fight relentlessly, is that we should not be guinea pigs or lab rats for their little experience, for their little experiments. John Reese is in the house. He said we should just launch a driver-owned and operated rideshare app, show these clowns how it is done. Now, we're trying to do that with local driver co-op out of Canada, but it's really, really hard to launch in a pandemic because you need cash flow. You cannot start a company and you don't have cash flow. That's why a lot of companies are holding back. I will almost guarantee that if the pandemic is over, it's completely over, companies like Bolt, other companies will move into the markets. But why launch your company mid-pandemic when there's no cash flow, right? What you could look at, and this is the funny story with Trip, TRYP or TRIP, tripping, with Bob McNulty's. I mean, they've been promising launch dates for 36 months now, but because they couldn't get their crap together on the rideshare side, where they look at, let's look at restaurants. Apparently the money is being made at restaurants. So now they charging restaurants and other drivers, signing them up. Still no functioning platform, right? And those thousands and thousands and thousands of drivers that they signed up for the original Trip rideshare platform at $149 a pop, your money is gone. It's gone, sadly. Mighty Heidi, Dream Warriors in the house. Good to see you. Where have you been hiding, Uber Gold Paula? Tell us. What's the update? Dan Driving Man, I have one potential backer, but only 100 million. And that's an interesting what you're saying there. That's probably the reply to your first, let's see. Oh, that's cool. That sounds great. Jimmy says, hi, Paula. Everybody's like, hey, Paula, hi, Paula. Yeah, I've missed Paula. Where's she been? Right? Hello. What city are you in now, Paula? Put in an offer on another house. Let's see if we get it. Rick Nelson's in the other one. Cool. So, yeah, I mean, I walked you through the scenario here with the multiplier, and California drivers feel free to chime in. What I think what we should be pushing for is a national strike exposing Uber, and this is on Uber because Lyft's not doing this, in the media, showing the double standards, right? That they're only doing the multiplier for California, but why are they not doing it for the rest of the country? It puts a lot of pressure on Uber if we were to run such a press release. I think we should do that, right? I think we should come up with a day. Maybe Halloween is a little bit too early, but we need to pick a day where we put relentless pressure on Uber and say, hang on 1 second, why the multiplier only for California, right? Make the multiplier ongoing for all states. And again, I'm going to repeat myself like a parrot, but this multiplier is gone if they get yes on 22. There's no reason for them to keep it. Timothy is in the house. He says, hi from Santa Barbara. Timothy Graphius is in the house. Good to see you. Ubergirl Paula says, thank you, Los Angeles. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, either succeed or fail together. I'm willing to try, right? You know, when those Vikings attacked those villages, they tried, right? With small groups, they wiped out big armies. And many a times they succeeded. So if you don't try, you can't ever say, hey, you know what? I should have, could have, maybe would have. No, let's do this, right? We got to get a national strike going. I think this multiplier is a great idea for all states, for all cities. It's a step closer to being a true independent contractor, because a true independent contractor sets his or her own rates without the fear of retaliation, can decline except as they want to. That's a definition of an independent contractor. We have Anonymous Giraffe is in the house. Says Uber is stupid because Uber will still get their desired rates regardless of the use of driver's multiplier. However, they will benefit every ride that uses it. So why are they? Yeah, well, their strategy, Anonymous Giraffe, is the race to the bottom, right? They want to keep the rates ultra low. They don't want to piss off any rider or a passenger with a multiplier, and they want to drive the competition out. So by a multiplier coming in, the rates going up, other competitors can come in and say, okay, well, we can mix it up. We can give riders better rates than Uber. So it's all about the race to the bottom, subsidizing, discounting, and driving all the competitors out of the market, making them bankrupt. So this strategy right now is on hold with the multiplier because they can't drive companies out of business, right? Because we're setting our own rates. Anonymous Giraffe says every day and never ever go lower than 4.0. I'm usually 4.3 or 4.7 or 5x. Wonderful. See, that goes hand in hand with what he's saying with this experiment, because this experiment here is strictly on a Saturday, full shift, maximum shift, sticking on 5x and not changing it at all. But, you know, your strategy there, mixing it up 4.3, 4.75, I can see you really know, you know, when to go on your 4, when to go on your 5. But it sounds like, hey, you know what, the minimum I'm going to go for is 4x. Rick Nelson says 22 passes the destination view will also disappear. That's correct. The destination filter is just an answer that they had the engineers build in there for the California market only to comply with AB5. Other states don't have that privilege. And this is what upsets me. I don't think we should be unique here in California and have these privileges, right? If we're in the rideshare game, we're fighting for rights for all. We're fighting for rights for our Texas brothers and sisters. Mighty Heidi Dream, thank you so much. I like the poop emoji there, 99 cents. Smack it down. Much appreciated. Thank you. Cheers. Salud. Skol. Nastrovia. Chin chin. Prost in German. Anonymous Giraffe, I have 212 on first ride today. Whoa! 200. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Check. 212 on first ride. You can text me that screenshot over so I can show everyone. That's beautiful. Now, funny story. That just shows you how evil their minds are. So the food delivery workers, and this is DoorDash, forced to promote ballot measure that decides their fate. So DoorDash wants restaurants to use yes on 22 bags for takeout orders. How daring are these guys getting? They are actually making restaurants. If you want to deliver through us on DoorDash, you have to have yes on 22 on your takeout order bags. Wow. San Francisco, Tony Zhu, what trash is this all about, dude? San Francisco-based food delivery company DoorDash is escalating its promotion of a controversial ballot proposition, sending bags emblazoned with yes on 22 to restaurants. which will then hand those same bags off to the app-based delivery drivers whose futures will be determined by that very proposition. Wow. Wow. Damn, that is frickin' in your face. As of publication time, companies like Uber, Lyft, Postmates, Instacart, DoorDash have spent 185 million combined, despite a 2020 law that says they must be classified as employees and receive wages, benefits, and other guarantees. This is quite a cheek. Another is an email sent to restaurants that contract with DoorDash this week. In the email, restaurants are encouraged to request free bags for takeout, all of which will be emblazoned with, yes, on 22. Don't worry about shipping or production costs. The bags are on us, the company writes. All restaurants are asked to do is use the bags as you would any other takeaway bag now through election day. Of course, part of using those bags as they would any other would involve handing those bags to a gig worker to deliver, essentially forcing the delivery driver to promote a proposition that may say will deny them their rights. Oh my God, said Crawford, when told about the email by ETA San Francisco. These companies are so used to exploiting workers, they're going to push it further and further. Yeah, Tony Zhu knows no limits. I'm still waiting on an apology from Tony Zhu. He knows for what. So keep on calling you out, prick, until we get that apology. If I had a restaurant, says Slick Nick, I would refuse those bags. Yeah, I would just order them and say, hey, I'm running out of bags, and just trash bin. No ways. I mean, that is just an evil way of conducting this propaganda. Over in the Panhandle, local doctor faces charges after allegedly threatening Uber driver with a gun. Dash cam. Get your dash cam, ladies and gentlemen, right? Panama City, sheriff's deputies said a passenger threatened to shoot his Uber driver after he refused to change the route Monday night. Hey, driver, change the route. Sorry, I'm sticking to the route that it said. Hey, change the route. It all started when Justin Creel, 24, picked up a passenger, Dr. Masij Tamil, from Los Antoyitos in San Andrews around 7:30 p.m. Creel continued driving and got to the intersection of 23rd Street and Highway 390, where deputies said Tamil asked him to go a different way than the GPS was directing. So he wanted to go a different way. The GPS had him going a different route. After explaining he's not allowed to do that and continuing on course following the app, Creel claimed Tamil grabbed his hair and pointed a gun to his head. Hey, buddy, take my route. I have a gun against your head. So according to the incident report, Creel, in fear of his life, obviously, petrified, just kept driving until he saw a gas station at the intersection of Airport Road and Highway 390, pulls into the gas station, probably says, hey, we need to gas up. Deputy said he pulled into the parking lot and ran inside and asked for help. David Sposett was working at a gas station Monday night when this unfolded. Why did we... let me just put when this... unfolded and was the one to call 911. I got a little shaken up. I didn't really know what to do. So I called 911 and the police came. As far as what happened outside, I don't know. But the guy was intoxicated. Sposett said Tamil followed the driver into the store and knocked things off the counter before walking back outside. So I don't know if he walked into the store with a gun. Obviously, that would have been on camera. Sposett then locked the door and waited inside for deputies to arrive. Tamil is charged with aggravated assault. He's also charged with criminal mischief for allegedly damaging Creel's car door to the point that it won't shut properly. Tamil did not respond to request for comment. So he's going to have to get himself an attorney, right? See how he gets out of that one. look, you can go the passenger's route, but let's say you have a destination and that's the fastest route. And he says, no, I need you to go in that direction. Look, if you're completely off course, there's something fishy. If you go, well, which route would you want me to take? No, I prefer we drive this route on the 101. And I know, or on PCH, and I know it takes me to that destination. Okay, I'll make the exception. But if I can see he wants to go from A to B, right, and he's requesting go to C, there's something going on, right? That's already like alarm bells right there. There's something wrong. Dan said, I just did an EV drag strip race event here in St. Louis Friday. My Nissan Leaf EV took on a professor of physics and his 100% electric converted 1971 Volkswagen Beetle i1. I love it. That's a cool drag race. A VW fully EV against a Nissan Leaf. Awesome. He thrashed him. So that's super impressive. Anonymous Giraffe sent us the, he's on 3.7 there. Boom. That's his first fare. Nice. Sent us the proof. I like it. I like it a lot. So we'll have a whole bunch of guest speakers this week, right? I'll have a lot of people on the show. Got Dark Road Run, thank you. How are you guys? Las Vegas Life, greetings, Prof. Hope you and your family are doing well. Hope your injury is healing well. Yeah, it's getting there. 3 weeks and I get the cast off. Can't wait. Dan said I had 2 slowdowns and let him catch up, but still took him at the end. Fantastic. So I've got back-to-back 2 live streams going here. Now, this may be of interest to Dark Road Run, who I listen to often when he talks about buying, cameras. So I have the DJI Phantom 4, the Pro, heavy piece of equipment, about $1,600, right? Now, what I noticed with this sucker, and I'm using this for real estate and other type of, and by the way, if you want to make money, teach yourself drone photography and offer that to real estate agents. They pay an arm and a leg, $200-300 per hour. So I try to do everything myself. And then I ran into a couple of little snags, right? So this comes with it's a big box. Let me just put this sucker down here front. I've got my foot is in an awkward position. But it comes with a massive, with your massive controller. Put your phone in there, blah, 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 right? Aerials. Power this sucker up. And these two together, massive box for about $1,600. Right? But here's the interesting thing. Now I got to do all these training courses, FAA, all this bullshit, and I just want to go and film, right? So I can't just go and start filming luxury real estate with this massive drone because I got to get this registered, I got to get these courses, blah, blah. It costs quite a bit of money. You can go that route. But I figured, okay, let me do some research. How do I get around that? Got to get your pilot's license. Okay. But then I found a loophole in the law, which is the DJI, same product, Mavic Mini, right, for $400. And this is how they circumvent the law. So there go the propellers. Let me just get this out. And this little sucker is tiny, but does the same job and delivers me the same quality picture, right? In the hand It's this big. Here's what's interesting. Check this out. Boom, one arm. Boom, two arms. There it is. That's how big the sucker is, right? Here's the loophole in the law. Any drone under 250 grams, 250 grams, does not need those licenses. So what did DJI do to counter that? They made this 249 grams. No kidding. You can look it up. The weight of the DJI Mavic Mini. Same amazing technology, super high resolution shots. I flew this from my house yesterday 1 mile. 1 mile out, couldn't even see it. I shot over, I could just see the highways, residential areas. I flew it out. Could have gone further. I was flying at about 200 feet high with this little sucker and got some great shots, camera. And then I hit H, the home button. All right, and I hit this guy over here. Phone goes in here, by the way. Put the phone in there, and there's a little button there, H. Hit that H, and the little drone came back to daddy, came all the way back home, flew all the way back home, 1 mile back home, and landed literally right in front of my feet where I took it off. Because remember, I can't walk, right? I'm on crutches. So I sat outside, put the drone down in front of me on the stairs, launched it, right? This little sucker flew a mile away, 200 feet altitude, 250 grams, circumventing the law. Don't need your license with something under 250 grams. So now I'm using this little guy instead of his brother, his big fat brother, who is $1,600, and this little baby is $400. He'd have to go and get all licenses. This one, I don't have to get the licenses. And I tell you what, you will not tell the difference between the quality shot of this one and that one. Super light, like I say, this little sucker here, this little guy, literally, this little guy fits in your hand. That's it. Boom. Ain't she beautiful? So put that little baby back in its cage. Zip it all up. Boom. Boom. That's it. How cool is that? Problem solved. Great for visual security on any campsite aerials for 360 perimeter fence. Yeah, if you own a big RV storage yard, or you just want to fly around and make sure everything's safe, cruise around, I mean, your range is insane. It's like 2 miles, right? So fantastic little toy. Danan says FAA doesn't allow you to weaponize your personal drone anymore. Yeah, well, no, I had no intention of weaponizing, and I also substituted my old gimbal. Paula, I know, had a great gimbal, but I bought the new DJI Mobile 3. Beautiful piece of equipment. This runs for about $120. So yeah, for the phone, for the drone, from the phone to the drone to the gimbal, DJI is awesome. So yeah, I've flown the big one many a times. I just find this little guy a breeze. So that was the story with the crazy doctor who's charged after allegedly threatening Uber driver with a gun. Stupid, stupid idea. Another interesting one is what would the companies sponsoring Proposition 22 if it fails? What happens to Uber and Lyft if Proposition 22 fails? We'll talk about that just now. I want to jump into the room. Philman Tewaldo, will Prop 22 pass? Now, the latest stats is that 22 is on about a 39%, and no on 22 is on 36%. So no is trailing yes by 3 percentage points. You know, election time, what can I say? People are fighting for the votes. Right? So what would the companies sponsoring Proposition 22 do if it fails? Uber chief Dara Khosrowshahi detailed what he called the high cost of making drivers employees in a recent blog post. He said that if Uber employed drivers, the company would be able to only hire 260,000 people full-time out of nearly 1.2 million drivers in the United States before the COVID-19 pandemic. And we'll talk about that because that's a flat-out lie. They talk about it later, why it is a lie. Right? That's just fear marketing. Oh, the majority of you are going to lose your jobs. Not the case. Specifically in California, Uber projects the number of active drivers the platform could accommodate would fall by 75%. If it was forced to treat drivers as employees, increased labor costs would cause fares to rise 25% to 111%, the company says. That's also just fear marketing towards the riders, because that is not the case as it has played out in other states. It's unlikely the companies will follow through on their threat to leave California. I agree. Let's say that again. It's unlikely the companies will follow through on their threat to leave California, one of their biggest markets. A labor economist at UC Berkeley, who has studied Proposition 22's effect on drivers extensively and whose work informed ride-hailing regulation adopted in New York, California accounts for about 16% of Lyft's business and 9% of Uber's global rides, and Uber Eats gross bookings. However, the state represents a negligible fraction of adjusted earnings, Uber has said. Instead, the companies would probably continue to challenge AB5 in the courts, including at the appellate court and state Supreme Court levels in California, and then appeal to the US Supreme Court. Wow, they're willing to take it all the way. That process would take 1 to 2 years. Although California is the first state to challenge how Uber and Lyft classify drivers, with Massachusetts in a close second place, cities that have instituted minimum wage protections, including New York and Seattle, offer clues as to what a future under AB5 could look like. In those markets, drivers have been making more hailing rides. He predicts even less effect on demand in California from price increases. In New York, you expect more price sensitivity because you have more transportation. You have the subway, you have more taxis. In California, you don't have those alternatives. Crunching the numbers, Reich has a more optimistic view than Uber and Lyft of their ability to transition. He predicts that in California, prices would increase by 5 to 10%, while labor costs would go up 25 to 30%. He said Uber's analysis assumes that every dollar of cost increase translates into a dollar price increase. But that didn't happen in New York, and it won't happen here. He thinks about 2/3 of the cost increase could be offset by greater efficiency in the use of drivers, reduced employee turnover costs, and smaller commissions. Uber's economist does not all explain why the number of drivers would fall so much. She apparently asserts that the company would not hire part-time drivers, even though they would still need them because of the difference between demand during peak and off-peak hours. In New York, drivers did lose some degree of flexibility, with fewer spots open for new drivers, and Uber and Lyft announcing moves to limit access to the apps. The companies locked out drivers at times and in areas of low demand in response to the new regulations, providing a map showing where demand is highest for drivers to find work elsewhere in the city. These changes have been frustrating and even nightmarish for some drivers who say the new system is exhausting to navigate. Labor groups have said the changes by Uber and Lyft were scare tactics meant to undercut new regulations. One effect of the uncertainty in California's gig economy that's already become apparent is the emergence of new players in the state that are willing to comply with AB5. Lorenzo Davis, happy Monday to you. Dan says, after this pandemic has passed, the majority of it 1 to 2 years from now with all new sectors of innovative opportunities now possible for visionaries will plans. Cool. Oh, cool. Paula says, here's the phone number for anyone interested in getting a commercial pilot drone training test. There's the number, 866-916-8519. And I got around that. Whoops. Sorry, I messed up the one. Let's see. Sorry about that. Let's screw this up. Oh, damn it. I messed this one up. Sorry about it. My leg is just killing me. There it is. Mohammed Khalil's in the house. Happy Monday. Sorry, I'm a little bit on low energy. I apologize. When you have your foot down and the blood drains into the wound, it just sucks the hell out of you. I broke my leg in 3 spots. So I've been hobbling around now for 4 weeks, and I have another 3 weeks to go, and then I start the rehab. Little exhausting. So small Texas ride-hailing startups, Alto and Arcade City, have plans to launch in LA. The 2 companies employ business models that are completely different from those of the ride-hailing giants. All I can say is, come. The more companies, the merrier. The more, the merrier. Just don't talk about it. Just come in. But I understand that companies don't want to come in right now during the pandemic. It's hard to make money launching in a pandemic. Yeah, Paula, that was not a, I'll show you. Let me try and. Hop around. But man, I've been eating well. I've been training my good leg. Weights, been doing weights, upper body, core strengthening, good food. Wife is making me lovely food. And here she is. She must have heard me. I wasn't asking for food, Laura. Did you come down to make more food? No. Do we have a pear or an apple or a banana?
Yes. Banana's not ready yet. I just got back from the grocery store to give you a snack.
Yeah, slickness. I miss going to the gym. The gyms are closed, right? I mean, are there any gyms open? Are there? Running, taking walks, stretching, anything to get the blood circulation going. Good point. Can you put my email address on your card? Sure, put your email there. Of course you can, 100%. Exactly. UGP, good to see you again, man. Good to see you. Slicknick says in Orange County, I think Ventura County gyms have reopened with limited capacity. Well, the good news is, no, Orange County. Oh, it says also Ventura. Interesting. Good news is that the numbers are going down. The COVID numbers in California, it was announced today, going down slowly. That's good. Mohammed says, I broke my leg when I was 10 years old. Ouch. It wasn't worked on by a medical doctor, but by a local person who worked on goats. Holy mackerel. Did he make sure he didn't turn you into a goat? Right, he fixed up your leg. Was he a veterinary doctor? Man, I'm sure he knew what he was doing, right? How's your leg now, Mohammed? That's the question. I hope it's well. I hope you don't have any aches or pains. I was 10 when you were 10 years old. So that was a long time ago. I don't know how old you are, but 10 years sounds very young. Oh, my email is that here. That's my email if you need it. Exactly. Mohammed, I'm happy to hear that. Slick Nick, been doing it for quite some time. Thank you. Quite some time. Cool. Got it. Whoa, Wicked Hustle Guy. What's going on, everyone? So, remember I said I promise Wicked Hustle Guy, if he comes into the room on the Monday, I was going to give him a shout out. So, I want to announce that Wicked Hustle Guy just launched his channel. Right, he made a video there on, looks like Rideshare Hub. I think Rideshare Hub, I mean, as a youngster, I call him the cut and paste copy guy, right? But Wicked Hustle Guy said, thank you, said, call that video no on Prop 22 responds to Rideshare Hub's yes on 22. When Rideshare Hub tried to make an argument yes on 22, he literally used the Uber talking points, Lyft talking points, the same propaganda machine, the $200 million. So basically spoon feeding the drivers through his channel what Uber and Lyft were doing, right? So that, that's what I call the copy paste. There's no own thought, own opinion. No. It's a copy paste. Use the keywords of all of his competitors. Dustin is driving. He uses all those keywords to get their traffic, right? So great video there. You can see by Wicked Hustle Guy. Subscribe to him. He just launched the channels on 7 subscribers. Let's bump them up. He's right there in the house. You can click on his little icon. It's like a green little man. You can see his icon, or you can go on to YouTube, right? And you can, there was a good video, by the way. And then you can just type that in and his channel will come up. So hit those subscribers, guys. Hit his subscribers. That's him there with a purple short shirt responding to Rideshare Hub's cut and paste yes on 22 video. Thank you. Yeah, subscribe to him. He's an amazing guy. Anyone, Ubergroup Paula, She's got a great channel. You can go over there, subscribe to her. Anyone that starts a new channel, puts in the effort, goes out there, buys their gimbals, takes the time to set it up, takes the time to make thumbnails. Uber girl Paula can completely relate to this, right? Takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, but it starts paying off. And what we can do as a community is we can rally around an individual and lift them up, give them more subscribers, help them to get to that point, 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours so that they can monetize the channel. Help them get there. You know, remember how people rallied around my channel, Uber Girl Paula's channel, Dust channel. We all help each other out. We're all dark road runners, also phenomenal when it comes to that. We're all supporting the community and lifting everyone up. Otley Holmes is in the house, said just subscribe to him. That's so cool. So if I refresh this, right? I refresh this. Oh, wow, look, Wicked Hustle Guy, you already went up from 7 to 10. Nice, within 2 minutes. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? That's called community support. That's called rideshare drivers. Thank you, Jimmy, for subscribing to him. Thank you, Uber Girl Paula. Thank you, Otley. That's called community supporting each other. It's a beautiful thing. It's a powerful thing. Timothy says, I only get report or block. Cool. Well, you have a community here that cares, Wicked Hustle Guy, and you've put your best foot forward. Like you're hustling. You're trying to make it work. So that needs to be rewarded. I apologize. Very rude to eat during a live feed, but I'm feeling very, very, very low energy because this leg sucks the shit out of it. Electric rideshare drivers. Cool. Going. Dan. Let's see that one. Dan says he started a Facebook group called Electric Rideshare Drivers. Let me go and find that. We can go and like his page. Electric Rideshare Drivers. Is that the one there? Dan? So there, yep, that's it. I hit join. I'm going to join as Torsten. And then it says pending. It's because Dan obviously has to approve it. So go onto Facebook and type in electric rideshare drivers. These are people with electric cars, which he has. Had a funny story. I'm going to tell you that. I got into it with two guys on Facebook in the last few weeks. You know, you have a lot of time. And back and forth, a lot of threats from these guys, you know, and claiming that they were the big shot businessmen and this and that. And I look on their page and I realize both of the guys that I'm talking to have domain names, but they're talking about these companies, what they're doing, but the websites don't work. Their websites don't work. So back and forth, very heated conversation, trying to lecture me on some sort of business thing. So I go on to GoDaddy. I register the one guy's name, which had expired. And I register the other guy's domain name, which also had expired. Didn't say anything. So get back in a conversation, boxing gloves back on, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, hey, Mr. Hotshot, this company that you speak about doesn't even exist. Your website is down. It says that it's down. Oh, and he goes, and he's really really nasty towards me in the language. I'm still trying to keep it decent. I said, really? You may want to go and check who owns your domain name right now, fool. Because he was calling me whatever, fucking loser and this and that. And I had no idea. And I said, I own your ass right now. I have your domain name. And the other guy as well. I bought both their domain names. And then they were crying like little, I shouldn't say bitches, because that's disrespectful to any woman. Then they were crying like little bitches, or they forgot to renew it and wanted the domain back. And I just shut up. Look, you're going to have a lot of battle and a lot of tensions in the next few weeks on this yes and no on 22. Going to be a lot of heads banging. When I make videos, Dustin does this very well. I do it a lot too. I take the links and I drop them in multiple Facebook groups because you get way more views, right? By the way, Wicked Hustle guy. I would highly encourage you to do that, is to go and register with your city Facebook page, Uber page, Lyft page, community pages, groups, national groups. Some have 5,000, some have 8,000, some have 28,000 members, some have 500 members, and you can drop your links in there. Once you get permission to get in there, you keep it on topic, you drop your link in there, you get a lot of extra YouTube traffic. I'm sure Uber girl Paula does that as well. WHG YouTube Rideshare has a POS crowd. Who's WHG again? Help me out. Who's WHG? Oh, Wicked Hustle guy. Sorry. Who's WHG? Positive crowd. Yeah, cool. That's good. Wicked Hustle guy. I just call him just WHG. I'm like, what? Shows you on my brain. Wicked Hustle guy. You sent a pic. Did you text it? There we go. One day, $443, 25 trips. If I may, that's excellent. So you divide the 443 by 25. About 17, 18 bucks on average per trip. Awesome. And only question that I would have is on what platform and how many hours did it take you on that shift? Because that is in one day. Those are very, very impressive numbers, right? Very impressive numbers. That's very much similar to the formula I was talking here, where I discussed it with this driver, and he stuck for the entire Saturday shift, the full shift, maximum shift, did 17 trips, way lower than Slick Nick's count, but he stuck relentlessly to 5X, didn't change it all day. 5X experiment, 816 bucks. Average of $48 per trip. My question to Dara is, why don't you extend those privileges to the Nevada drivers, to the Florida drivers, to the Texas drivers, to all the other states? Why are you engaging in this field of double? And this is where we have to call a strike, ladies. We have to do a national strike and push for a national multiplier. Everyone should be able to enjoy these type of rates, or these type of rates, right? In one day. Whether you're making 443 in a day or 816 in one day, that's money. That's money, right? That's money. It is wrong that they have these double standards. What's good for California is not good for these people. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. It shows what hypocrite this CEO is, right? And this, by the way, these days are over if the yes on 22, because then they don't have to fight AB5. They abolish the multiplier. I'll put money on that. Anybody who wants to bet money with me on that the multiplier will be gone by mid-January, I'll put a bet on that. That's nice, Dan. Dan extends the invitation, says, anyone who is on board with the Rideshare Professor is welcome to join and post on my private Facebook group. That's very nice. See, so Wicked Hustle Guy, you'd want to go and subscribe to his page, get your videos out, get the commentary. You help each other. Help each other. Dan helps WHG. WHG helps Dan. Both ways. Create a win-win relationship right there. The driver who made $800 did it in LA County. One of his trips took him to Santa Barbara. It was a big paying trip. Guy got a bit lucky. He was doing LA County, went out to Santa Barbara, a trip to Ventura, and then one from Ventura back into LA County, and then kept on driving in LA County. Together we succeed. Well, this strike up in this protest up in San Francisco a few days ago was huge. The turnout, the media. Anybody see that one? This was a big operation. I mean, the amount of organizations, groups, unions, rideshare organizations that came together on this one was massive. Very powerful, very well coordinated, right in front of their HQ. I bet Dara was hiding in the bunker there. Hey, have they gone yet? Have they gone yet? Should have broken the door out and stripped him down naked and thrown him out on the street. Dave posted an excellent video. Dave, the Uber slave, posted a great video. A really good video. That was Dave on the way up to San Francisco there.
My Honda Civic Hybrid probably wouldn't even make it up this. This is so steep. Dude, this has to be really close to as steep as Fargo.
That was him driving around. Yeah, Dara douchebag was a little bit too afraid to go to work on that day, I guess. We the Drivers on Android. If you can send me the link, I'll check it out. Cool. Good tip. We'll check it out. Sherelle's in the house. Says, I have a terrible conflict. Chris, Real Rideshare Story, is doing a fundraiser for MADD, but they took money from Dara. Yeah, I'm not supporting MADD. I am so disappointed. So disappointed. NAACP, they let their vote be bought for $1.2 million. The NAACP, mad. MADD took $50,000. Cheap. Sleep with anyone. You can buy votes. Uber has showed us. You can buy signatures. You can buy votes. Show us the money. You show MADD the money. You show NAACP the money. They will change. The more money you show them, the more votes you get. The more you spend $200 million, the more votes you get. That's how you do it. Buy your vote. Buy the vote. Very disappointing. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Very, very, very disappointing. In fact, I should call them out. Ubergirl Paula says, I'd rather rent out to a driver that knows the LA market and also will only do luxury platforms. Yeah. Firstly, they're not doing as many trips. If you're buying a hybrid vehicle and you're renting it out for, like we do, for, whatever, $200 a week or so, $185 a week, you're getting tons and tons and tons and tons of mileage on that UberX car. If you have a nice car, luxury or SUV, asking for a higher price, yes, the guys make more per trip, but the trips aren't as frequent and your mileage on that vehicle is way, way lower. And those SUVs double up very, very well for XL. That's where the money, I think the biggest money is still made on XL. Ask Paul Figueroa, ask Dave the Uber slave, ask Thomas Gibson, San Diego Rideshare Pro. Scott Tucker in the house. And by the way, I just want to get this one out of my studio. I have one massive Ride Guard. You can go to rideguard.com. XL partition is $99. I'm letting it go for, I'll let it go for $50, half the price, and pay for the shipping. Check out the how does it spell? Ride Guard. Well, you can check. It's $99. Brand new, still in the box. I would let it go for $50, including shipping. It's my last unit. I sold all the others. It's Moose is in the house. Inland Empire Salvy's in the house. Inland Empire Salvy. We got Wicked Hustle Guy in the house. Why don't you guys subscribe to each other? Bump up each other's subscribership. YouTubers helping YouTubers. Ubergirl Paula already did it. Right? We're boosting Wicked Hustle Guy a little bit. We're boosting Dan. He also has a great Facebook group called Electric Rideshare Drivers. We're helping each other out. We're boosting everyone on this Monday. That's how we roll. UGP in the house. So happy to see you again, man. Nice to see your name pop up on the screen. Very cool. Much love. She's Spreading the love. California love. Show us the money, Uber. Money, money, money isn't funny in the rideshare world. All the things I could do if I had some more money in the rideshare world. Oh, you got the, I just got FEMA Una today. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Let's just boost each other. Let's lift each other up. I thought this was a cool shirt. I'm already out of my quarantine snacks, which is true. Ran out. Good to see you guys. Thank you. Got two streams going back to back. Hit that like button. Abstract Impressions. Karen's in the house. How wonderful. Welcome on the Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all had a good weekend. You're starving, I know I shouldn't be, but I had to eat, man. My foot is just sucking the energy. 50/50 says, obliterate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. That's it. There's Dustin's words, right? Hit that, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithms. Helps boost it. So Uber girl Paula's got her days mixed up. I thought yesterday was Monday and Tuesday was Saturday. Okay, you really got your days mixed up. Today, it's Monday. Monday. It's Monday. Monday, Paula. Jimmy says Uber is also giving riders pop-up messages, stating that their driver is voting yes on Prop 22 and she wants your support by doing the same. That's really low, you know. Hey, rider, your driver is voting yes on 22. Please do the same. Wow. Does that smell of desperation? Desperate people do desperate things. Slick Nick says, Garfield the cat doesn't like Mondays. I also had riders that are annoyed with the yes on 22 messages. Damn right on that one. Wicked Hustle Guy says, it's Moose. Thank you for subscribing. I'm really glad you enjoyed. I'm getting some equipment so I can up the quality of them. That's cool. One thing you will really, really enjoy, a Wicked Hustle Guy, is one of these gimbals. Paula knows about gimbals. I think Paula is actually the one that taught me the most about gimbals. She's the gimbal queen. How are the doggies doing, Garcia? Oh, is Garcia's in the house? Where is he? I didn't see Garcia. Is he in the house? Garcia. Very cool. Very, very cool to see the family here. So my guess is, I'm just taking a rough guess, that several people are still collecting the monies from the state. Some have gone back to work. I would really be curious to find out what percentage have actually returned to the rideshare business. How many have moved on? How many are collecting from the state? I wish I could get those real numbers. That would be interesting. That would really, really be interesting. It's Moose says, I've noticed more videos on YouTube channels about Prop 22. I'm posting a lot of arguments on these new channels on why to vote no. Yeah, and then listen, if you go out there, I'll tell you, boy, when I drop a no on 22 video, that's just my opinion. That's how I stand. Boy, do they come. It gets nasty. People start attacking the heck out of you. Well, fight back, with arguments, but you can easily spend a lot of time back and forth with people. It really gets heated. It's a heated subject. The difference between yes and no, oh my God. People get really, really feisty on that. It's true, those numbers would be really good, especially to understand exactly how much the 80% talking point would be in the pandemic. Exactly, says Wicked Hustle Guy. But let's not forget that with the 190 million, there are a lot of paid trolls. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people on the payroll. I saw that in when I went up to Sacramento and San Francisco, when they had all their people come out with their T-shirts, free pizzas. They paid the guys $100 cards, prepaid Visa cards, to show up and rally, right? So let's say you have 200 people show up, that's $20,000 you're paying for one day just to have drivers show up and wear the shirt and act as if they're, yes on 22. It's amazing what money can buy, right? Money can buy votes, no doubt about it. Jimmy says, let's take a survey now. Type C if you're still collecting. Type R if you're back to rideshare. Type M if you moved on. So I'll type M. Boom. That's interesting. Some will have a combination of two. That's great. So maybe we'll go through those and count those up, and we can put that into the number of votes there. Can put that into a percentage. Got a CM, we got a C, we got an R, we got an M, we got an M, we got a C and an R, we got an R, an M, a C, M, an R, a C, C. Interesting. Cool. That's good. I like that. I like it. The one thing that Harry's rideshare blog, I believe there are 60,000 people that have subscribed for that. So when he shoots out a survey, gets a pretty accurate percentage. IQ Boys in the house, has anyone seen any new videos from the rideshare guy? I want to know how much did he get for selling out. So, Harry switched sides. Harry went to the dark side. Harry was a no, and somehow, it's on the record, no, and then somehow was converted to a yes. The question is, how much does it cost to buy a yes? How much do you get? 50 grand, 100 grand? How much you get? How much does it cost to buy a vote? I sent you a picture, Liam.
Oh, I saw it. It was so little.
Mm-hmm. Karen, Abstract Impressions, Karen says, I haven't driven since March. Yeah, minimum one trip to stay active on the platform so they don't kick you off. That's a smart thing. So if your intentions are to ride in the future, maybe 2021, put a trip in October, put a trip in November, put a trip in December, 3-4 trips, you're ready, 5 trips, you're ready in February 2021. Just do the absolute minimum to stay on the platform. Dan still here. The troops, the warriors. All right, I'm over the hour mark, 1 hour 15. Low energy, think I'm gonna get the feet up high again, get the blood out of my feet because it's just swollen up now. Oh, that's true. Harry has a wife and newborn to take care for. So wife plus kids means, does it mean you have to sell your vote? Is that the reason you have to sell your vote? IQ Boy says Uber can't afford me. Jay is seemingly getting dole money and is still driving Uber. Well, Jay is interesting. Jay sued Uber and Lyft for misclassification, right? And then votes yes on 22. Does exactly the opposite, denying the drivers the same opportunity that he had. Very interesting one. I would honestly say that the one I'm most disappointed with is Jay. With Harry, I'd like to have a private conversation. Why did you go from no to yes? Just give me the honest truth. Did you get paid money? Did you have second thoughts? Why did you switch from no to yes? With Jay, I've already figured him out. He wants it both ways. He wants to be able to sue and get the money and then switch. Dark Road Run, just subscribe. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Beautiful. Wicked Hustle guy is getting some subscribers. Well, where are we up to now? Let's check. Let's boost. We can double your subscriptions in one day. That would be beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, you've almost doubled your subscribers. That's awesome. Intimidation. Yeah, could be. Could be intimidation. Very good point, Dan. Yeah, I mean, Harry makes them so much money. So, you know, maybe you got a nice big fat paycheck. They would not even try to approach me and say, hey, Torsten, here's a check. They would never do that. Dark Road Runs in the house. You got a wicked awesome channel. I like it. You got a wicked awesome channel. You see? Drivers supporting drivers, YouTubers supporting YouTubers, influencers supporting influencers. That's the name of the game. Hey, Dark Road Run. I want to show you this. So I got this beast here, right? A Mavic 4. But then I want to show this to Dark Road Run. I've got this one. But then I run into all these FAA issues and got to get the pilot license for that damn drone. And then I'm thinking, okay, how do I get around that? So I started researching. And the answer was a DJI Mavic Mini, right? So this little thing, aviation law says everything over 250 and above has to be registered. And what did Mavic do? They made a drone. I bought the other one. And this one's 249 grams. Same quality footage. Same, all the bells and whistles and all the things that you can do. Sport mode, blah, 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 all there. What does this little guy do? Look. One little arm. Two little arms. Three little arms. Four little arms, and there he is. This little guy, I spy with my little eye, does exactly the same as this little fat guy. And this little fat guy is $1,600. This little thin guy is $400. We should do drone battles. This is a Uber aerial vehicle. This is a Lyft aerial vehicle. trying to battle the drivers. No, Uber, thou shalt never succeed. Thou shalt never succeed. I want to fly over Dara's home, switch on the camera, and film Dara. Film Dara. And then expose him on the internet. Da-na-na-na. Dara, we're coming after you. Little sucker back. One little leg. Second little leg. Third little leg. Fourth little leg. That's it. It's a little baby. It's a mini Mavic. It's a little mini Mavic. Cool. So that's that. Yeah, I'm gonna fly both drones. One I'm gonna have circulating around the Lyft headquarters. The other one I'm gonna have circulating around the Uber headquarters, filming and listening in. What are they up to? I'll fly that up to the top story, like Market Street. Fly it right up to his window, and then film the executive boardroom. What the hell are you guys doing in there? Have you seen Bentley Coop's channel on Yes on 22? He doesn't even live in California. Really? Where is this loser? Where is he? Bentley Coops, where are you? Where are you, Bentley Coops? Bentley Coops. Let's see, is that him? Oh, that guy, yeah, he's hilarious. A lot of subscribers. Oh, he's more like a Doordash guy, yeah. He built his channel around Doordash. This guy, yeah. Yeah, he must have received money. If he's not in California and he has a massive, massive Doordash following, takes one check. How much did they pay you, Bentley Coops? How much does it cost to own your ass, Bentley Coops? How much money does Uber or Lyft have to, or DoorDash? How much money do they have to lay down to buy your ass? That's what I want to know. The guy's not even in California. Right? Interesting. Halloween. I wonder what everybody's going to do for Halloween. What is everyone up to on Halloween? That I ask you. Fly over to Dara's house, launch Torpedo Missile 1, launch Missile 2, launch Missile 3, 1455 Market Street, launch Missile 5. Yeah. I did. I once took Dara apparently bought this house in Venice, so I went down there with one of those mobile scooter things, those bikes, looking for his house. But he was hidden. His house is hidden behind greenery and trees because he pays $2 million for his security, right? $2 million for security. I should post an eviction notice on Dara's house. That'll freak him out. Listing. There we go. Cool. It's a good one. So yeah, I'll have a lot of guests on my show before voting day. Interesting. Interesting. Looking at a house and we're trying to. It was a fixer-upper, beautiful house, massive house in the hills in Thousand Oaks. Running the numbers, working out how much it would be to fix it up. Big margins for potential margins. And then somebody swooped in. I was talking to the agent. Somebody swooped in and made an all-cash offer. Seller will never refuse an all-cash offer, but seller just contacted me and said that all-cash offer did not materialize. They did not get the hard money. So I got to submit an offer. Now there's deals. There's deals right now. Reason why there's deals is that you're not going to get this type of interest rate again. Interest rate is insanely low. Insanely low. We might get more deals down the pipeline, more foreclosures and that, but interest rates will go back up again. There's not much inventory at all. I agree with you. There's not much inventory, but when it comes to fix and flippers, a lot of people that are first-time home buyers, husband, wife, whatever, they don't want to buy a fix and flipper. I'd buy probably fix and flip like 34 homes, 34 houses in my time. So that's a formula. You know it, you learn it. You learn it, you know it, and you capitalize on it, right? So this house that I went and looked at yesterday, make $150,000 on that house. But if you're competing with a guy who's all cash, forget about it. All cash offers are king. Interest rates are very low, yeah. Go down here. Yeah, Vegas, you'll save a fortune on state income taxes, and you'll save a fortune if you want to buy a house. California is expensive. Vegas is cool. It's hot. It's okay. It's not the most exciting city, Las Vegas. I mean, you've done the Strip a few times. You've done a couple of those hotels. I mean, I'm sure you'll get good value for your money in Vegas, that's for sure. All right, folks, I'm running low. I'm running low on gasolina, mucho gasolina. Need to retank those engines. 1 or 2 painkillers and just lie down for a while because a lot of families on mortgage forbearance are not able to pay the rent. It's true. Tokyo, I'm game to move anywhere. Just, 5 kids here, 5 kids that are still at school. So, that's a big commitment. Tokyo sucks, is Hubergo Paula. Why does Tokyo suck? I'll try out anything, dude. Everyone be safe. Thank you. Help me get up to 20. Smash that like button. We're on 18. Just whoosh. Let's get it up. 2 more. I'll be super happy. There we go. Thank you. Some of you guys helped me already to get to 20. That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So, excuse the low energy today, but this leg of mine is acting up, and it's time to get a little bit of rest. Sherelle, much love there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lighting it up. Let's light it up. Let's take a picture. Come on, baby, light my fire. There we go. That's you guys lighting it up, lighting it up, lighting it up. That's what I see from this side. Cool. Laters, Slick Nick. Thank you, Inland Empire. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dark Road Run. Thank you, Uber Gold Paula in the house. IQ Boy, everyone. Las Vegas Life, Rick Nelson, Abstract Echo. Philmon, Scott Tucker, Abstract Impressions, Karen. And if I haven't given you a shout out, Heidi, thank you. Sherelle, Triss is in the house. I wish you all an amazing Monday. Have a great week, everyone. I'll be back very soon. Push out some more videos and take good care of yourselves. I appreciate you. So we are going to shut down number 1, which is this one. Much love, everyone. Thank you. Good to see you, Paula. Tim Olson's in the house. Much love to Tim Olson. Happy Monday, Tim, to you, the family, to everyone. Drive safe out there, everyone. Have a great, great day. I like this. Look at the love, the outpouring of love and support. Look at that. Everyone sharing with everyone. Nice, bright, colorful, as it should be on a Monday. This is the antidote to the pandemic. This is the vaccine here, all the love, power, and positivity. Everyone, be safe. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. And then we